Okay, so I'd like to spend a minute and talk about materials for the class. So I want to talk about the compass, first of all. It doesn't really matter what kind you use, with one exception. Do not buy a plastic compass. They crap out by the first day. So it turns into about a single use plastic. So do get a metal one of some kinds. They're all great, but I have certain recommendations. One is for this compass. I love this compass. It's about $2 at an office supply store. There's a couple things it has going for it. One is it can open really, really wide, so you can make big shapes. Second is that this little bit that flips up and you can take the pencil out, you can widen the bridge and put a pen or a Crayola or any sort of larger pen pencil drawing thing that you want in there, like a pastel. So they're durable, no single use plastics. They open wider than these, and you can swap out your pencil, pen, whatever you want to do. Those are my recommendations for compasses. Go ahead and get really fancy pants, whatever it is. We're doing basic things here. So, about erasers, I recommend three different sizes when you're drawing geometries. One obvious standard for erasing big shapes, but additionally, you also want to get a small clicky eraser with that width, right? Because you're going to want to be erasing fine lines, and these really help. If you don't have one of those, you can take a knife and cut off a corner of one of the big ones, and that will give you some finer edge capacity. But I really want to recommend getting one of these. And this isn't the only brand that makes them. This is a very fine tipped eraser, right? That little white tip. And that's when you're doing geometries like this, where you want to be able to get it and erase the guidelines that you have to use in order to get the geometry. So three different kinds of erasers. Obviously, you want to have some kind of pencil sharpener with you. We go through them very quickly. I like to have a large selection of colored pencils because inspiration strikes. You want to have whatever color is in alignment with your system. And then for this class, we're going to be using 11 by 14 sketch pad paper. I do recommend the 11 by 14. A lot of the shapes in this class are designed so that you can get the biggest shape and stay on the page, but that will be too big for 8.5 by 11. That being said, you can wing it if you can't get an 11 by 14. And of course, you're going to want a ruler. Now we're going to get into drawing.